and thank you for watching. In this video, I'm going to unbox and review Ken Kouture Doll number 1. Let's take a closer look. This is the shipper for Ken Kouture Doll number 1. And it's got tape over here, so I'm going to get my blade and get to cutting and see if I can get this open civilly. And let me get this side here. Right, and of course, the top. Slice my way through here. All right, and let's see if we can get this shipper open. Ooh, tissue paper. And let's see, looks like he's got this thing here. So, oh, that didn't help. All right, let's see if I can just reach in. Maybe I could do a shake, shake. Oh, look, I didn't even need to shake her. I just needed to turn it upside down. So let me move this shipper out of the way and take a look at what we've got here. Ooh, wow, this is a really great box here. As you can see, we've got our Ken here. And I'm just going to pull this around here so that we can see the doll inside. And of course, the outfit, which is really super cool. And it says Ken Kouture here and Barbie signature. Now, I am going to turn the box around so that we can see the back. And you can see the artwork here, which is really very cool here. Now, I'm going to go over here so we can see some close-up, of course, Ken Kouture, and of course, the artwork there. And if you want to read this, you can read that really quickly and just come on back. And it says that no more than 20,000 were made worldwide. Very cool. So it looks like this box should be pretty easy to open. It's got this little angle thing here, so I'm assuming and voila, here we go. And actually really easy. I can just pull, looks like I can just pull him out of here. Well, almost. He looks like he's taped here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to remove this doll from the liner so that we can take a closer look at him and his outfit. This is a close-up of Ken Kouture Doll number 1, and the head sculpt is Tate. Now, I'm not a big fan of the screening of this doll, but for some reason, Tango and ALYSA put this on their wish list, so they invited him to Edmonton. So I thought, hey, let's bring him on board. Now, what's really cool about this doll is I love those K earrings on him. Super cool. And since we're this close, let's continue to look at the screening. And you can see he's got those nice eyebrows and lashes painted on, of course, and of course another K earring. Now I'm going to pull back so that we can see some more detail about this doll. Now there's another thing that to me is unfortunate about this doll, and that he comes on the ModelMuse Ken body, which means he lacks a lot of articulation. Now his arms can move, you know, like this and all that kind of stuff, but there's no articulation at the elbows or wrists or at the knees at all. Now, there are a lot of really cool things about this jacket. You see he's got this puffer jacket here, really cool, and it has a functional zipper there. Another thing, he also comes with these shades here, which are really very cool looking. And if you notice, he's got some plastic on his hands, which means there might be some sort of staining issue. So that's one thing just to be aware of. Now, another thing I love about this puffer coat is that it actually does have a hood. And I love that the hood seems to be able to stay down so that you don't even notice it if you don't want to. Really cool. And then you can just put this over his head if you'd like. Doesn't look like it's going to be like really great looking, but as far as it keeps down and all that kind of stuff, I think it's really very cool. Another detail is that it looks like it's Velcro for the opening and closing for the jacket and also for the pants as well. And I also love the shoes, although it looks like, I mean, I get the style that they're going for, but maybe a pair of socks would have been kind of cool with these as well. But really unusual and very, very cool. Let's do a 360 of Ken Kouture doll number 1 without his puffer coat. So I wanted you to see some of the detail of the suit before I put the puffer coat on. And you can see, because of the way the stand is, jacket stands out just a little bit. But let's go in, of course, on the screening. And you can see his K for Ken earring there. And you can also see his screening as well. And of course, I love that other K earring. Very nice. You can also see his hair, how the blonde is just kind of blended blondes. Really very nice. But let's go in on his suit. You can see how his tie is actually tied. And you can see also the Velcro opening for the shirt. And of course the jacket with this kind of metallic-y kind of thread that goes through here. Really very nice. You can also see the stitching for the jacket. They did pay some close attention to that. You can see also the pants and the stitching there as well. I'm just going to go down so that you can see more detail, of course, with the shoes. These shoes are really fantastic. I do wish that he had come with socks, though, but still really nice. Very different. And of course, more of the jacket. But since we're here, let's wait for that face. And you can see his screening very nicely. And that is the first 360 of Ken Kouture doll number 1 without his jacket on. Let's do a 360 of Ken Kouture doll number 1 in his complete ensemble. So the suit that he's wearing is really chic, but I must say, putting the puffer coat on and the glasses on top of his head, it really makes this outfit super, super cool. Let's go in on the detail first with the glasses here, and you can see how they look. Really very cool, painted on lenses. And they just kind of fit just kind of on top of his hair. There, I didn't want to mess up the gel on his hair. I think you can also see the hoodie. Look at this, and it's all fully lined. Look at the stitching on this, and it just says Ken, 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 loving it. And with the functional jacket or functional zipper, you can see that over there. And just look at all this stitching here, this quilted. It's just really well done. And you know, it can be kind of tough to do these for the hoodies. So they did a really great job. I'm just really amazed at the detail that I'm seeing with this jacket. But yeah, look at that. It's all just fully lined. And of course, I love it with the Ken or the shades on his head. It's really very cool. But I want to see face. You can see his screening there. Very nice. Very nice. And that is the 360 of Ken Kouture doll number 1 in his complete ensemble. Let's welcome our panel. First we have CEO of W Cosmetics, Veronique PERRIN. Next we have Barbie's GBFF, Tango BMR 59 Ken. And last but never least, actress, model, singer, and Jason Wu's original muse, ALYSA Rodriguez. So, panel, I would like to get your thoughts on Ken Kouture Doll number 1. Veronique, you have a note for us. And you say, an ugly statue in a nice suit. Sell the doll, keep the suit. And Tango, you have a note for us. And you say, sell Tate and give me his suit.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
And Alyssa, you have a note for us. And you say, Tango wanted that suit, so I invited Tate so we could snatch his suit.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Sell him, and Tango gets the suit.
It's a trap, Coco. What?
I'm Peter Fool.
Well, it looks like Mr. T and Big May are going to escort Ken to the sales bin. All right. Thank you, panel. So the Ken Kouture doll number 1 is kind of a mixed bag in my opinion. Number 1, we get a really cool outfit, really well made, really nicely done. I love that the focus is all on Ken. And I even love all of the Ken branding. That being said, it being put on a ModelMuse Ken body is not good. Also, the fact that the way his screening looks, I'm not really a big fan of it as well. I think the Tate sculpt is a really nice sculpt, but in this iteration, no es bueno. So I may sell the doll and keep the outfit. So Big May be getting her way. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Also, please, if you like this video, make sure that you click the like button. That's how I know that you like my videos. And if you have not yet subscribed, make sure that you do that today. There's a little button somewhere down there. You'll press that with the notification bell, and then you'll get notified of when I come up with new videos like this one. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.
It's a trap, Coco. What?